Hello everyone, my name is Sam Fitzgerald, and I want to welcome you to Networking Step-by-Step's Networking Basics series. This is a modular program with certification-specific and technology-specific information. The idea is that you can decide to either get a network certification or you can pursue information about technology in a specific area that might be of benefit to you in your career. The thought behind this course is to give someone that has zero networking experience some exposure to the terminology and the functions of today's network systems. Ideally, you should be able to go through this course and become sufficiently familiar with the basic terminology and techniques. In this course, you will be introduced to the different types of connectivity, cabling, protocols, and how to work with IP addressing. It will give you a launching pad into more advanced topics and prepare the foundation for your networking career. If you already have quite a bit of networking experience, like me, this course might serve as a review, or you might not need this course at all. Again, this course is for somebody who is just starting out in networking. I would actually call this a pre-certification class. It is a good program to go through before you even decide about certifications or about forging ahead into other aspects of technology. First, we're going to talk about the beginning from the end and what options are available to you in the data networking industry. We will review the different certifications, vendors, and other nuances of the industry. Before that, let's go over the course outline for a few minutes. The course is going to begin with a section called The Beginning from the End. When I first started out in networking, there really wasn't anybody to tell me about my options. I would talk with one person and they would say, well, everybody's getting Cisco certified. And at that time when I started out, that's how it was. Everybody was working on their Cisco certifications because they were the new hot thing. Things have changed a little bit since then. In fact, there are now so many choices, it'll make your head spin. I wanted to put together something that somebody who is just starting out could go through and see a listing of different certifications that are available, what's required to get those certifications, and where you should be in your networking career when you start to consider those certifications. Another thing, not all certifications carry the same importance. Some certifications are vendor neutral and some are vendor specific. Some certifications get your resume to the top of the application pile. There is an entire world of certifications, not just Cisco or Juniper. You might want to choose one based on what you do or what you're interested in. But you also might want to have an idea of the strength of the vendor that's backing the certification. I often think back, and if I would have gone down the path that some of my peers had recommended, I might be certified in Novell. And I probably wouldn't be recording this video. During my career, I have taught hundreds, if not thousands. I would probably say thousands, but specifically for CCNA and CCNP candidates, the technology that relates to Cisco systems. I have been very fortunate in the path that I chose in that it has been a very strong career path. I hope that as you make your decisions on your path, that you will make those that lead you from a firm knowledge foundation to options that will help you with building a lasting career as well. So once we go through the beginning from the end section, we're going to go into networking basics. This section will cover how system networking works, define the terminology that is essential to the process, and we're going to show you some examples. We're going to do a couple of demonstrations of just basic networking things that you could do at home if you were able to install some virtual software or some trial software off the internet in order to be able to run some operating systems or multiple operating systems. Then we're going to dig a little deeper and we'll cover protocols. We're going to talk about what a protocol is and why we use them. We will also discuss how they are standardized and what that standardization is based upon. Continuing, we're going to cover protocols at various layers of the OSI model. We're going to talk about why that OSI model is beneficial to us, and then we're going to see how our protocol stacks, as they say in the biz, line up against that OSI model. Specifically covering the TCP/IP protocol stack, which is the most widely used protocol stack today. After protocols, we're going to move into some layer 2 concepts. We're going to move essentially from the bottom of that OSI model towards the top. We'll take a look at Ethernet concepts and how Ethernet LANs work. We'll talk about the addressing that's used at those layers, and then we're going to move up the OSI model to layer 3 concepts. This is a part of everyone's networking career. Some people fear it. It's called IP addressing. They're not that bad. It just takes some practice, so don't fear. We're going to talk about binary math and how to subnet. We'll give you some working examples, and by the time you're finished with that, you should be a subnetting ninja. You'll understand what an IP header looks like and how it's formatted. After layer 3 concepts, we're going to move on to layer 4 concepts. Our layer 4 concepts are going to focus on the TCP protocol and the UDP protocol. But we're going to spend most of the time on TCP and understand how it establishes connections. We're going to talk about how it uses sequence numbers and acknowledgments, and what it means, as well as how we handle flow control, retransmission, and so on. We're also going to talk a bit about applications, and then we're going to put a pretty bow on top of this course with a couple of examples of how we would access and communicate with devices on a local LAN, how we would communicate with an internet web server, or how we would communicate with a web server at a vendor site. That's what we have in store for you in this Networking Basics course. Now, a little bit about your instructor. My name is Sam Fitzgerald. I'm CCIE 19367. When you get Cisco certifications at the expert level, they give you a number attached to it because there are only so many of us that have this certification in the world. They like to track who we are and where we are, and that makes us keep recertifying. My CCIE certification focuses on routing and switching. I've been instructing since 2001, and if you want to reach out to me, my email is sam@networkingstepbystep.guru, or connect on LinkedIn. I welcome those emails, although I may not be able to immediately get back to them. But I really enjoy what I'm doing, and I hope that will come across through this video series.